Welcome back friends to Learn with Akash. Today I'm here with another Blender tutorial. In this tutorial what we're going to see is, in our previous video what we have made is the sci-fi particles, right? But in our previous video with the help of the turbulence and the wind, we just made it like scatter around to make it that feel it looks like some galaxy or out of the space. But in this video what we're going to do is we're going to make the same sci-fi particles, but we are going to make it like follow our rules. We're going to make it like go in a linear or like curve here and there wherever we want it to do, instead of adding a force field. So let's see how we are going to do that. So open your blender and click on the general. So first what we're going to do is we're going to add our particles. So I like my particle to be in a cube, so let me add my mesh. Let me add an ecosphere, and let's go to the particle system and add a new particles. So in my previous video I have explained in very detailed form how to make this sci-fi particles. Make sure you have seen that, and if you're a beginner in Blender, make sure you have see my Blender tutorial for beginners, so it will be much easier for you and faster and effective. So click on play, and now you can see the particles scattering around. So let's just go shift and the next arrow to go back at the first frame. And now what we need is come down and increase its lifetime. So my animation is going to be till 180 only. So let me end frame also 180, and over here also 180. So this is we have over here. Now what we need is we need our particles to be in the cube format instead of the circles. So what we're going to do is come down into the render and select as an object, and go over here and select the cube. So now if you see it's scattering cubes. So they're too small, that's nice only. It doesn't look that bad. So if you want to scale it, means you can click over here and scale it as much as you can. So in my case the particle should be visible as a cube, and the scale random if you increase means, so the scale of the particles over here won't be same. So it gives you like a good feel instead of being a linear thing. So that's good. So let's just hide this cube over here, and let's hide it until we make a material or something for it. So let's just go to the rendered view. It's not gonna affect your computer because we didn't add any like high quality texture or something. So let's just move the sun, I mean the point over here, G to move, and move it like over here. So we can, it's affecting my this render quality. That's not an issue right now. So now what we need next is we'll go to the, we'll add a new material for them. So click over here and go to the material tab and delete the material and add a new material, and go to the surface. Under the surface, no, under the surface, click on emission, and now just click on color and choose the color whatever you need. So in this case I just need it to be in a red or something. So red, let's just keep it on red. So after red, like go to the the render settings and click on ambient occlusion and bloom. So this is going to give you that that what do you say, that neon effect. So that is like little more effective. And go to the earth and change your color like fully dark. So now we can see the glowing effect. So you can see it so clearly. So click on the cube and it's not done yet, so go back and increase the strength of it to see the glowing effect. So let's just make it something 17 would be fine, but we can't see red that much. So let's just decrease it by 5 would be is looking good. So let's hide this cube over here, and now our particles are ready. Now, and we will just do the same for the cube, all I mean the ecosphere also, so it doesn't look like a bad, or it doesn't vary from that. So add a new material, go to its surface and click on emission and red, like a light red, and make the strength fully up to the same 5, and go to the same render, everything is selected, and let's just scale it a bit small. So click on the thing and scale it as small as you can, and go to the physics tab of it and increase the number of particles it's giving, and the seed, yep, it's nice. So now what we need is increase it something like 2000. And now what we need is, like, we went to the part 2, which is gonna be our curve or our path where our particles are gonna go. So let's add a new curve. Go to here, Shift A to add anything, or you can go over here and go to the curve section and add this one, breeze here, and G to move it. So let's move it around and go to edit mode by clicking tab over here, and just pause the animation for a while, and let's go to mesh view for a while and move it G and bring it on and connect it over here, and take this and G and connect it up above. So, and let's go back and play it. So it's still not working as we needed it. So let's go to object mode, and what you're going to do is we are going to select our circle or the circuit over here and go to its physics tab and click on force field. And if you click on force field also, nothing is going to happen. So go to your ecosphere and go to its particle systems and scroll down and go to field weights and make the gravity 0. So now if you see it's going somewhere like randomly, so we don't need that. So let's just open the circuit and scale it a bit longer, so that will be good, and move it the other side over there, and let's go to the physics tab of it and make the point from point to a curve. And now if you see the same, it's happening, and force to curve guide. So now if you see our this thing is following the curve. So over here if you see the circles, right, this is going to be our starting point and that's going to be our ending point. But we don't need the circle to be so big so that it takes everything inside so fast. So to decrease the amount or the size of it, you can just go to here minimum and decrease it as much as you can. So that's enough, and like free in the sense like how free or the object is gonna be, and flare for that just gonna scatter around. So that's not that much. We need to mess with it that much. And now we need is additive and click on these both options. So this is gonna give you some like effect or something. So here if you see it's just finishing like it's like a mess over here. That's because our animation or the circuit over here it's too small. So to make it longer, so go to edit mode by clicking on tab and shift on the left arrow key so that the animation starts from beginning. And if you need to bring it much more bigger or longer, what you do is click on E to extrude and move it up, and you can just see how it's going to look, and G to move it, and if you need to rotate it, click on this and G and scale it a bit, and take this and G over there and go over here and scale it hit a bit there and scale this a bit over there, and G to E to extrude. Okay, click E to extrude it and over there. So we don't need to go that far. So G to move it over here. Okay, nice. So that's nice. And E to extrude. Let's bring it back down. And this side, oh, we don't need to extrude it. So we just need to move it. Okay. And G to move it. And click on this and G. Okay, now let's just click on play. Now if you see it's going and it's giving you that that slow or like how it gives you. So that's a good effect what we have made right now. So this is what we have done, and to make it a little more effective, just cope up with my channel. I would have upgraded again and again as I did right now. So my sci-fi particles doesn't look like a sci-fi particle. Like if you see, it just goes here and there, and the particles are too big. So let's just scale it a bit small by clicking on the object and going to its particle system and come down to the render and scale it. 0.1 means how it looks, and random, I scale random, that is the problem over here. So let's just decrease it, scale it smaller, 0.10. let's just increase the amount of numbers which we are using. So let's make it something like 20,000. So now if you see we are having like a sci-fi particle and we can see the joints, right? This is giving like a good effect what we are having right now. Actually, to be frank, this is much better than I expected it to be. And over here you can see the points over here, right? So what we'll do is we'll add an explode modifier to it so that it just dissolves in time. So go to its modifier tab, add a modifier, and it's gonna be an explode modifier. So that's gonna be over here, and click on dead. And now if you see most of the triangles or the subdivision whatever we are having, that is also coming. That's giving you, that also looks good, you can see that. So that will also be there. And another thing what you can do is to increase the time or something. So cut edges. Okay, now it looks good. So this is our sci-fi particle, how to convert them. So I'm gonna render it out and show you guys the video. So make sure you like this video if you like it, and if your friend is struggling on this particular topic, make sure you share it to them. And thanks for watching Learn with Akash. And to please make sure you cop up with my channel so that next time you won't get further away from me. So next time whenever I upload my new video, be the first one to see and animate. Thanks for watching.